Do you still feel like a brand new Corvette? All you bummers? George Jones did. He was greatest. Look at this now. We're going to deal with me dealing with the man of my dreams up to the minute. And in the same video, we're going to deal with assisting Nora Blount to be the best. Because she can. Mr. Man of my dreams. Do a big old video to you. Privately. On YouTube. To you. And I'm buying Mr. Sweets. This is how bad things are going. Staying over at so much shelter. They're building up down there. But like, so life alert help falling and I can't get up. Like a shitty American. I don't know how to say this in the perfect right way. But I do know sometimes when I talk you listen. We said for a long time, you did a lot. I'll never see you again. You didn't say that this last time. You shared locations with me. I shared mine. You in Arizona. I don't know how jail's going or you're out of that. Whatever your next, I think you're fixing your car, but like I didn't hear from you. You're going to Poland. It's just, you know, it's always with you. I give you the widest credit limit. I let you get away with a lot. I kind of know what even about you. You like Rose and Titanic. You like a spoiled brat. I'll just tell you things about like being at Cherry Creek Mall, homeless in the winter, not sure where I was going, and just being like seeing the Jaguar SUV and being like, I'm not into that. Put your name on it. I hope Travis looks good driving it. Like I just was like, it's just how I am. There's something about like a lot of the components you don't have, I do. And like, you know, carrying on some things is just, that's one of it. Devin, I don't think you know. I think you think, like, I think you're hot, and then when we're together, I just can't perform, and then, like, I don't think you know how much more it is than that, or that's, like, on the surface level of, like, my observations of what it must be like for you when you're around me. But it's so much more now. I mean, I literally don't know how to explain it this fast in the video, but like, my mom said, well, Rod Stewart said. Rod Stewart said in that song. What's in that song? I can't remember the name of that song. I've told you lately that I love you. Where's that song? You fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles. Part of that's that. And that's like a main thing that I get. And you're probably like, wow, I don't do a whole lot for Nate. You do. But you could do more. But I'll also give you this wide credit limit because I'm like, hey, in Afghanistan. I'll never forget, Devin, being like, I was down there by my TV wiping something down, and you were sitting in the kitchen in my old apartment, and I said, what was it like for you on 9/11? And you looked at me like you hadn't thought about that in over half your lifetime. But you looked at that way, and you looked at me, and you're like, you really care. You really do care. And I hadn't thought about that. And exactly what I was doing, I was day drinking with my buddies. And like, one day next year, you were in that war on 9/11. You know Dilemma by Nelly and Kelly Rowland? That was like the #1 song like when that was going on. Like actually, when you would have been at like, if you went to boot camp and stuff, like right after high school, that was the #1 song. I remember where I was. I was by the Lincoln Memorial, Washington D.C. Traffic and rain. The first time I heard that song, but that's when that was. But I remember that had a profound moment on me. But you know, I don't know, I feel like it'd be good to hear from you. If things aren't good, they probably aren't. So I love you just the way you are right now. Everything, all the beautiful imperfections, just the way you are doing. Much as I know, I ain't ever heard anything that scared me away. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not. It's like way too far beyond that level of wanting to stop. Can. I'm gonna try to talk to Travis. What me talking to Travis is, hey, I exist. I don't know if you knew I did. I don't know how I ended up never seeing you, running into you. We have like 37 of the same friends. Like Tano. You know, old crazy Puerto Rican Tano from Miami? Real shitty guy. Isn't he shitty? Like, you hang out with him, and he's so shitty. But he can't help it. He could, but it's too late for him. That's how I explain it. I was a Tano. Me and Tano were on a stupid day. Can you imagine how happy I'd be hanging out with him? Right? Like, do you see now, like, how... Who else out there? I don't know what you're thinking, kind of, but... I was with Tino. We were dealing with each other. And, which was what we do. And he got a text. Devin died. And that's where I was. I was already aware that situation would come up. And it was like, well, here's the false alarm. That Devin was 27 years old. He was some Nelly Queen from Florida. And then, as soon as, like, me and Tanner were both like, well, we gotta be sad and freak out. But then, like, when we found out it was the wrong Devin, a different one, we were just like, well, God, that's over. But I've already been there. I've already been in the experience of you dying, and I was like, well, already, like George H.W. Bush. That's how I was on that. He was on 9/11. I was just like, well, okay, the next stage, Devin's no longer on this planet. That part has started. And I was just tactically aware. Like, I have to deal with, you know, present conditions is Tano. It was already shitty, but it was like, I just want to talk to you so bad. Tell you for like 10,000 years how much I love you. So that you know, it ain't gonna stop. It just ain't. Does it need to? I'm fine with that. So is God. You are like the hardest one to get on board with fully realizing, coming around the idea. I got a whole nother video that I might release publicly, but it's me on the roof yesterday with just my underwear on. And like, I had more on yesterday than I did for 11 years. I'm gonna go to Dave's house with all the people. I was, you know, all the time with Andy, all the time. We enjoyed it, but like, seriously. But it's like, you take me back. When I hang out with you, it's like 1992. There's some connection I can't explain, and then you also, I met you. You loved me into the next lifetime, and you couldn't even stop yourself from doing it. You couldn't do it, and that ain't nothing to be ashamed of. You do have a disconnection of intimacy and talking about things. I want to be cool, and just like whatever. It's, you know, you were also saying like, I'm over 40, it's over now. Well, you know, I still love you just the way you are. right now.
Could I interest you any 25-cent jokes? Guaranteed to make you laugh.
No, thank you. How much 25 cents to make me laugh? I have a go back guarantee from a quarter. Did you say that moment people look like sometimes so good to have fun? There's so much to you. Oh, I put this on YouTube and sent to you. I sent you a voicemail. I'm gonna try to talk to Travis. And probably your big mom. Why not? Huh. I'm in it. I'm in it until I ain't. So, find a way to just hold on to somebody that looks like Ed Harris. If you can, if you can't, I'm always around. And I love how you responded to that. And I already knew that you would. I already know that. We ain't on each other's arm a lot. I don't think I've ever been in you where I want to be and should be. And I don't think we've ever kissed. Have we? Why don't you do that? Why was Brian Burnell like that? So, anyway,
Any way to get this for any change?
no.
Just anything over $1.
I'm homeless for 672 days. And when we're in the car, in the Jeep, that whole day, I got it. We were living life. You know, you were spun out and paranoid, and we were. You're like, I'm taking a gun. I can't stand it. I'm homeless. I know exactly how it feels. I knew exactly how that felt, Devin, the day before we even met. I already know. I knew exactly all that. I've already been #1 in the country. I'm probably gonna be on CNN and Oprah. I'm gonna be on TV like Captain Sully. If I can do it and survive, I'm pretty sure. I need to be. I'm pretty sure I got the story. I'm pretty sure I can do all that. I have this weird, I can't talk around you. And then I can talk to the entire world. I already went #1 in the country for this kind of shit. I can do it. Going to. And it's like God's plan. Remember him? Oh, do you remember I was like, are you wearing a die? I was like, yeah. And then we had a conversation again. Are you going to say the same words back to me? I was like, I know. We're going to like tomorrow, next week, whenever. I ain't stopping, Devin. Without you. Like, when I die, get lost breath, it's you in my head. And I hope other people love you. That's what I was at. But I did. And I'm never gonna stop. What's right never changes. So, I never gave that guy a quarter. I went back to look for him. He was gone. He asked me if I could listen to a joke, guaranteed to make me laugh for a quarter. Sure, he's almost told. Try to save up and collect so he can buy Mr. Sweets. I have barely a penny to my name. I just bought Pepsi. I'm doing my best. The best. It's never been done for. Back in blue. And I'm going to go to a clip of me having breakfast earlier, talking about the whole experience of when I got a hug. I had a sleepover. Somewhere. You have to. When you're homeless, you just have sleepovers. And you're hanging on for dear life. As much as you can. You have no other choice. You need to remember. So we just got the full kind of lowdown up to the minute. Latest on Man of My Dreams. Now we know his name. And we're gonna be doing this clip, and then we're gonna let it all hang out. I'm homeless.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see you that long. Can I say what's up to the vlog?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, he sold me his Pepsi, and he's doing vlogs on
Yes,
gaming.
sir. I used to do gaming.
Yeah. So cool. Well, thanks.
Yeah, of course. You have a great day, man.
You too.
Yeah.
So he believes in Nathan very much. I go over there to get snacks, and now I can't anymore because I don't really have any money. And I've been homeless for over 600 plus days. But I'm pretty sure I'm still a big deal. I am the best. I am the only thing yet to ever challenge Tom Acosta, Tommy Bomb, my father, who is sleeping with a 7-year-old boy. Apparently every boomer in West Virginia, everyone I could find is supposed to be an authority. Cecil Patterson is the county commissioner who said, when I told him about this, he said, Nathan, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry to hear about this. Have you contacted the authorities? And I'm like, So Devin is also homeless, and we just learned big news, which is, more details, I was very close to defeating homelessness. We had recently reconnected, we're hanging out, doing the things. Two men who can't help it, being in love with each other, kind of do. And he took me to a storage unit. I need a place to go. And he was like, I know a place, one place, the only place, my storage unit. We'll go there. And we did. And he took me there. This is why this is during the time, like, while the person who I couldn't stay with, because as I was clocking out, I was going to their place, and they said, Josh Eves is his name. Josh Eves said, I'm having a random sleepover that I just started because I can, and you can't come over, even though I said you could stay here. So, sorry that, like, I'm being this way, but I'm being this way, and that's the way he is. And Josh Eves and Janie Eves, the Eves family, will be dealing with Josh Eves being that way until he probably ain't even here on this planet, because I don't think that he will be. But me and Devin were very close to defeating homelessness. I was going to offer him housing in Denver. I didn't just get up and go to San Francisco because I did it because I was afraid I would burn Josh Eves' house down. Josh Eves lives in a triplex. He's in the middle. It would be best for Josh Eves to just keep on finding a way to just hold on to whoever he's sleeping with besides the married man without me there at all in Colorado. Man, my dreams kind of felt the same way. Also, what happened? I hooked him in. Man, my dreams was in Arizona. I knew where he was, his location, or his phone. I knew where it was. He was in jail. I don't know why. We wrecked his vehicle. Probably something related to that. We don't know. We should hope for the best. We should also understand, I'm going to get into, after I play this clip of, you know, me explaining to the man of my dreams and his reaction to me having a sleepover with a really good looking guy who was like, as soon as he saw me, I was wearing shorts that belonged to the man of my dreams. He gave me, because he's the best homeless US veteran in the world. And you don't care that I have anything to wear, but he does. And he gave me those, and this man saw me in these shorts, and I was like, well, you know, I have someone special. And he was like, I understand that. He ain't here, but you want to be with him, you can't. I know exactly how it feels. But we're together right now. Can I get closer to you? And I was like, you sure can. So I'm going to go back and explain this to the man of my dreams. And remember, we got baby makers, but they're all the same kind. We're single, never married. I would have never been to San Francisco meeting what we'll call Mr. Ed Harris, the lookalike. Very nice guy. Would love to see him again. I think he'd like to see me too. But man of my dreams, here's the clip. And then we're going to get into, yeah, for sure, the video that I said was on the way of Nora, my aunt Nora, my mom's sister, becoming a musical chairs champion. with her baby maker and my other uncle's baby maker. It's good for us to talk about it. We're going to the whole world right now after this clip, which I'm playing right now. Hey, we're here for breakfast. We got a boomer out of control early in the morning, usual. And my cereal. He's pissed. He's almost. He's pissed. Corn and potatoes and an egg. Or an egg folded over. Oh, hell no. But I just want to tell you the funny part, the good part of the video, I think, is I did have a good cat me right on top of me, just where I wanted him. So to take time, I did need a big hug. That's what it was. And it was a good one. I told the man my dreams about it. I was like, I needed somewhere to put that yellow bag. Homeless shelter didn't believe in that yellow bag being here. And I got a really long hug. And I hugged him back. And he looked kind of like Ed Harris. I remember that dreams. Jose Roger for 101 Dalmatians. He was like, Nate, you get a hug from Ed Harris. Is that what you're telling me? I was like, he looked like him. I was like, well, there's a good man out there. Hey, all means. So one more sent to you right now. That's kind of how it was. It was like, he thought he was more upset that I slept with Ed Harris. Specifically, a ridiculously sexy boomer, and he knows. Than like anything else. It's just, that's the way it is. So we just saw the clip, I guess, and point a minute to make before we get into Nora becoming a musical chairs champion. For that, we're just gonna learn real quickly. So went to the, I love how I can do these videos and my facts right in there with everyone else's. It's just gonna be how it is. We got I'll Always Love You playing at this Napoli pizza place. I can't afford pizza. I am hungry. Number one in the country. Got promoted 366 days. I believe myself. I am the best. I can do it. But how much can you do with what you have, where you're at? With this phone, I've got a Pepsi, I got the Swisher Sweet, and I'm talking to 70,000 people this month, at least, already. It's going to happen. And then next month, there'll be more. It's only ever been more. Once this video uploads, if I die, it's not going to stop. We should be stopping care of Tato Costa, but the boomers up there still aren't doing that. That's what they can do. But what I'll tell you is, so we went to the storage unit, and he was, like, I don't know what else to do, but I'm going to take care of you the best I can. The best I can do right now is take you to the storage unit. And he did the best. Oh, hey. He was being honest. I didn't know it. But, oh, there you go. I can go because that noise. And, when music, whatever. When I went to the storage unit, Devin did. He cleared out the space. He opened his stuff. It was stuff everywhere. He pulled a lot of it out. And he was like, I'm going to go stand guard by the Jeep. It's just how he is. And I found that I was like, okay, I get what you need in there. And like, you just have to understand we're two people. You're homeless. He's been in war. I have been dealing with Tato Costa. No one else has. We're crying and thinking and caring about the 7-year-old boy that he's in all the time. Like hopped in like a used dirt bike. It would be a good way. I will explain it later on. I already have. But he went to the Jeep and I was in the storage unit and I looked at his boots. Like military boots. And I thought about my last winter homeless. And I did. I took a bed with them. I did. It's like, isn't that everything with feet? Yeah, particularly his. But more than that, on some, deviant way, I cried immediately. And there was like grass on them and stuff, and it was just like, these are the boats. I'm the only man I would ever marry. And he's right over there, keeping watch of what, I don't know, but like he's caring, like this is the top caring he's doing for me right now, and he's right there. And these are his boats, and we're homeless, and we're here with this stuff. This is as as much as a home. This man went to war for us, every single one of us Americans, already, twice, came back, been homeless, already at the day minimum for over 1,200 days. Looks hotter than Ryan Gosling, kind of like Roger from 101 Dalmatians, or like Ryan Gosling, but like more down to earth and just better than Ryan Gosling. It's how I can explain it. That's who we're letting down all the time, along with Saving My Boy and me. Nora Blount's just gonna keep dealing with it, and so is Elizabeth, her daughter. But who didn't get divorced, it doesn't realize it's kind of give David a chance to have a place to stay and deal with me like he should be. Like I think he kind of wants to sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't, but ultimately I ain't stopping, and it's what's best for him. But I was sitting there with the boats, and I was crying because I was like, these are the only boats. I'm the only man I'd ever marry. These are the boats that carried him, that he was wearing. He was carrying our fathers and our brothers and our sons, picking them off the Desert 4 and back in the helicopter as fast as many as they could, all of the time, determining on the fly who had the best chance of living, and doing that going through hell, as people's arms and legs ain't even there. And they are definitely dying, and being like, tell Becky I loved her, and like he's like, shout out. There's people out there who should know. Okay? That's what he was doing. Before he met me, he dealt with me. Real good, real hard. And I found out I had HIV 15 minutes before he got there. Told him not to come, but he was like, I'm coming anyway. What was such a big deal? He didn't have anywhere else to go. And he was like, well, what was such a big deal? And I was like, that's it. He was like, well, that ain't no problem. I'm going to love you in the next lifetime right now. So bad I can't extend it. I might explode if I don't. And that's just kind of what happened. So I'm there. This is 4 years later. This is like a month ago. I'm at the storage unit looking at these boats. And I'm crying because I'm like, these are also the boats that he was not only in war with, these are the boats that he was homeless in through the winter. Absolutely. Walking in, as I was, and we were stepping over frozen, dead, homeless boomers in the snow who just, that's how it is. The boomers do not make it when they're homeless. They can't. It's unfortunate that we have homeless people at all. It's unfortunate that the boomers are, typically the homeless ones, are loud and cranky and demanding, and they do not have solutions to make it through another day anymore. So much that we walk over them when they're frozen in the snow in Denver, America's first all-American city. Probably they didn't even serve. So it's awful. It's appalling. If I'm saying everything procedurally, Queen of England, we should know, we should care. That's already happened. I've already been with like a homeless, I was in a situation on Christmas where there was a homeless dead baby. So much to this whole story. But I was also crying and knowing these are boats. So the only man I'd ever marry who's already had him in Afghanistan, been homeless, brought them here, and we ain't staying here. And there was, kind of some talk about, he wasn't going to stay, but he believed in having boots, that he would need them again. He believed in tomorrow. He believed in coming back. He believed in the boats. He would need them again. And they belong to the Smithsonian right now. So much. Devin is the force, the life, the everything, the heartbeat of this country. He has loved coast to coast, because I know I was at the Atlantic Greyhound Station when I became homeless, and there was a female from the Army in the Army that we both were on the same bus. It got canceled, and she was in line with me when we were rerouting, and she was going to Hilton Head. And I told her about Devin, and she was like, sounds like a good man. I'm like, he's the best. And she was like, I know. And she was in love with a lady friend, I think, in the Marines. And like, she knew. Devin is love coast to coast. Country star, I hate to hear that. Like, Granny. Oh, take a break. Okay, I'm getting tired. But sometimes we do have to have this. Still number one, single, never married, 0 lifetime arrest. No one else in the family has this, and you're just going to have to deal with the leader of your family and these cold, hard facts. Right now, one time, probably again later, but right now, we definitely need to have this little talk. Nora Blount, my aunt, my mom's sister, Rita Kay, our queen mother, who can't remember shit, because she got divorced and remarried again, basically in 2 seconds, from Saudi Arabia, from a weapons arms dealer who has no business around my mother at all. Ever did, never did. We got a whole video on Richard, more on that, called The Boomer Roundup. Facts about Richard. Nora Blount, as leader of your family, sitting right here on the street corner, homeless for over 600 days, single, never married, wannabe, so bad, as you can tell. But, you know, having to live my life as much as I can. You have to remember, I have a life. It does matter. Nora, yours does too. And everything that's already happened in your life, this is exactly why, like last week, I was like, we're going to have to start caring about the nuclear bomb. It's Tom Acosta. We just are. He's a child molester. It doesn't matter if you're divorced and your mom's divorced and you got kids and you're saying you're raising them the best, Elena Blunt. You ain't at all. If I'm coming to you and saying we need to care like we never cared before, I ain't saying that to waste my breath. Clearly. I thank God this is being said one time and watched by 70,000 people in the next 30 days and more forever, all the time. Nora Blount. Okay, apparently you didn't know, so now you know. Ed Daniels? Yeah. Start caring everybody, and who knows me. If you're related to me, if you divorced your way out and got remarried, I don't care. If you is part of me, you are part of Tom Acosta. I don't like it. I don't think Tom Acosta is either. I don't think Tom Acosta wants to even be alive. I really don't. I think that Tom Acosta was like, oh, I just gave up on my dreams. I don't want the 40-year digital archive, everything I created, and I'm going to tell Nathan, I'm going to go in this cabin, leave him here in this cabin, and go sleep this 7-year-old boy, and that's what he did. And it took me like 0 time at all to be like, that's wrong. It's always going to be wrong. You're going to hell. This is a problem. West Virginia's unprepared. I already knew that. Well, like, I already knew that years ago, West Virginia would never, I wasn't anticipating my dad would tell me that, but I was anticipating West Virginia is not at all going to be prepared for anything like this, and it ever has been and still isn't today. So, Nora Blount, your little business of becoming a champion on musical chairs, which is what a female becomes sometimes. A nicer way of explaining it. One of my uncles, not the one temporarily married to you, another one temporarily married to you, Nora. My lands. I am the best. I am the best this family has. We are, according to Mountain News, as the embodying the Norman Rockwell lifestyle as a modern family. Well, you know what? Todd Fry and his family sure isn't, because that's the Grand Mason that sold my parents their house. You might remember them. Wonder Mascot. And Wanda, you might meet Nora Blount on MSNBC. Oh, I may be like bad boomers. There's a panel of bad boomers right here. The Wanda and Nora. Wanda wrote a book about the optimal set of conditions my family was in before they had me. So, bought the house from Todd Fry, who's Grand Mason, the stupidest one on the planet we have so far. That said, nothing, not at all, not one bit of it, like caring, just a lot of homophobia from that whole family. No cares, and they're dealing with being the Fries. Because I came here, Graham Mason, somebody that knew my existence before I was even born, had a little affiliation with my father now, but always know him, does know my mother, even through all their divorces. I don't think if I was been divorced. Point is, this is a person that should have said, Nathan, you should be alone. You should not be alone. And seeing things get better with your dad sleeping with 7-year-old boys. Horrible news. He didn't do that. He failed. Nora, basically, you failed. On like a very serious way. I've already had the situation where I had a homeless person who defeated homelessness. It took him 5 years, and I was staying with him. I had to run for my life because once you've been homeless for 5 years, you just ain't the same anymore. He got mad at me over wearing headphones. That was why he was wanting to kill me. But his situation, Nora, this is just coming down. Like, it's just, woo, you can't sell like Lehman Brothers a third time. And this is just part of you having to survive every day of your life. Because what do I know, Nora? What do you know, Nora? I ain't going to tell you right now what other uncle it was besides the one you were temporarily married to after you got divorced from Edo Daniels. It wasn't Alan Blount, your husband, my other uncle that you slept with. It was another uncle that you had no business ever.
Another uncle that you had no business ever.
Allowing his penis to get into every hole that you have or that you were born with. If a cardiologist finds another hole, I don't think any more penises can fit in that one. It's no one, which is why you are going to have to do jumping jacks and baggy clothes all the time, knowing that's really what's best for you. And if you have to cry, then you're going to have to multitask, Nora, because why the fuck do I know this information? Like, it ain't not true. It is. It's absolutely true. This is like the warm-up for what we're going to be dealing with David Blevins. Did I stutter? Pepsi. What's right never changes. I know what I like. So does this Toyota. And it's got to get here. Nora, you should have been like me in this Toyota. Me walking away. Huh. Not even playing musical chairs with that Toyota. Did I stutter? You didn't, Nora. Nora, what did you do? You played musical chairs all night long. As hard and as fast as you possibly could. Like, after the sun come up, y'all were, it's like round 400 on that. Like, you have a baby maker, a vagina. Was you married at the time? Were you already divorced? Like, where in your cycle of being temporarily married were you when this happened? Where was he? Yeah, you two are like, we're already off limits. People should not fuck each other. But you did. You totally did. You totally did. And it's a crisis. Number one might not never be the same anymore, but it's still the best. Watch that video too. Watch that video about how Rita Pegas, whatever her name is now, my mother, the only one I will ever have, cannot take seriously a question of after I got kidnapped and survived that. I asked my mother, now that has Tom Western, where was his penis before 1987? Is there anything I should know? She can't take the question seriously, and in 2 seconds. Credibility. Everything good? Well, my parents. Go. Well, it was at my house. If I even had one. I know that. Most of you do. Or kind of getting the picture. Nora, you were playing musical chairs with your vagina and his penis and other holes. And just like whatever stupid, fucked up, crazy shit you boomers were doing. Y'all were doing it. I'm writing this because I'm the leader of the family. Smoke is bad. So is Nora's history. And I'm her favorite nephew. And she used to care. That's what she said. Well, she's tried to make a big deal about caring and not doing anything. Well, Nora, guess what? You got homework all out the wazoo. No more musical chairs with any more of my uncles ever. I guess I have to say the words. They're all boomers. Maybe they don't know. Oh, John, you stay away from Aunt Nora. They're brother and sister. But that man that was homeless for 5 years, the reason he became homeless was because the family said, if you don't marry your sister, you can just be homeless. And he was like, that's crazy. I'm going to fight that. That's awful. It's against everything I ever stand for. But no, like, it's clearly going on that kind of bullshit. You boomers, it's just like, boomer gets in the mode, there's another boomer. Doesn't matter what boomer it is. Y'all just end up, having to be doing jumping jacks with baggy clothes on and crying at the same time in your 60s and be the world's best grandma that you can be.
You better gets in the mode, there's another bummer. Doesn't matter what bummer it is, y'all just end up, having to be doing jumping jacks with baggy clothes on and crying at the same time in your 60s and be the world's best grandma that you can be.
It sucks. Imagine what it's like for me. Being homeless on the street. Having no money. But knowing what's right never changes. And just dealing with that fact like nobody else is prepared to be dealing with it tomorrow, the day after. Elizabeth Marshall, you are Nora Blount's daughter. You are the only one of them, besides Ed, her half-brother, who's facts about Ed O'Daniels. When his mother became homeless because Alan Butt decided the way he was going to get divorced is Nora was going to get out of the hospital after being on a ventilator for COVID. Her shit was going to be on the porch. And I bet Alan didn't even know about this other uncle. And you becoming a musical chairs champion with him. But I bet Alan is, feeling like divorcing you was maybe the right thing to do. And it's just very, very sad. I have to bring all this up, but it's just better to bring it up on YouTube now so that we can talk about it on Fox News and the New York Times in July. Because topic has to be resolved, needs to hurry up and happen because I'm 37 years old and I need to have my new lease on life as soon as possible. Because, Elizabeth Marshall, you are Nora Blount's daughter. I believe that Alan Blount. I hope so. And, you said you're just going to have to learn. You're going to have to start saying Nathan's right.
Just going to have to learn. You're going to have to start saying Nathan's right.
You're going to have to start saying things other than what you said, other than what you did say the other day. You've had enough time to not be homeless anymore. You're wrong. You're wrong on that. Okay, Devin, with Afghanistan, brought back our brothers, sons, and fathers. They went home. Maybe without a leg, but some of them went home.
Maybe without a leg, but some of them went home because of him.
The only reason a lot of these people, our other fellow Americans, have fathers, brothers, and sons today is because the man of my dreams is that tall. To deal with that, become an Eagle Scout, deal with me, and we cannot defeat homelessness. Elizabeth, you got children to raise. You also have every single one of your nieces and nephews, pretty much, besides Ed's kids. There's so many of y'all already at a 38% risk of being homeless. All Nora's girls are younger than me. Y'all have already lived too fast. Y'all have already, hopefully, you ain't sleeping with your sister's ex or whatever. We've got some sort of uncle sleepover musical chairs champion part 2 rematch going on. I hope not. We all hope not. Max, do you think Liz is hot? If you do, just think about someone else. Liz Hurley. Go for Liz Hurley. She won't be into you, but better for you to have gold with her. I think I made my point clear. Enough for right now. I don't know how to end this video. Well, good one. Would be, in a way, my mother, former keeper of all knowledge, the one who married a weapons arms dealer. She met in Saudi Arabia. And in 2021, told me I can't remember anything that happened before 2020. And it does appear that, like, that's true. It's just, like, heartbreaking information. She doesn't have a lot of it. It would be safe to say she doesn't know. She may have trouble knowing who Jesus Christ is. It would really be hard for her to know who Thomas Costa is. It's the love of her life. Who's got divorced, starts sleeping with a 7-year-old boy after getting a quadruple heart bypass. It's just one thing leads to another. If you get divorced, it just does. Right? Taking up everybody's time, trying to light a cigarette. Oh well. Being homeless takes up everything that you have. It does. And this family has had a lot of homelessness. If I live to see Nora's kids grow up, I'm betting $100 today somebody will be homeless 15 years from now. One of them. Nora will be gone. And she's getting old. It's just part of life. Okay? It just happens. What are they doing to protect themselves now? Nothing. They can't. Right? Truth is a big deal. Another part of truth. Senator Joe Manchin and my dad. Bad facts. One of them would be my dad's been horrible to veterans. Another one would be Senator Manchin has two. This mural for Riddell would be the best thing to support. It's a big deal. So is Senator Manchin being on Armed Services Committee and for Veterans Affairs. Like, Nora, you just... Oh, gotta hope for the best. And everyone and everything at all times. But, like, we have to actually mean that. And stop sleeping with Nathan's uncles. And getting divorced. From other uncles. The brother also divorced. And like I said, Rita, who can't remember anything at all. I talked to her last around Christmas time after she laughed at me for still being homeless. So Elizabeth, just add that to like everything bad that has happened to me while homeless. Let's just CC Elizabeth's words to an email and just it's like, Elizabeth, you are gonna have to start getting better because I ain't gonna stop throwing everything that I have experienced and survived at your face and to everyone who has to look at it. Because it is the right thing to do. Because this behavior of a mother who didn't get divorced from the only one of her sisters that hasn't yet and is younger than me and is telling me that I have already had enough time to never be homeless anymore is waking up every day, probably the rest of this week, just being like, my oh my, I can't believe I was that stupid. I can't believe I did that, but I did that. And I do have kids to raise. And I am supposed to be a good mother. I have got to prove that I'm a good mother. By caring about Nathan. It's just incorporated into you didn't give a shit. You thought giving a shit was not going to matter. And maybe now you're feeling the burn. Like your mom did. Too many times. Oh, I've had enough. The last little thing I'll tell you. I talked to my mom, Rita. And she said, and we did a really weird prayer. Don't marry a weapons arms dealer. Don't have sleepovers with Nathan's uncles. Ever. None of them. At all. They're not hot. They ain't. Who knows? Somebody's sleeping with Angelo today, but it's not Uncle Angelo. Eliminate him, eliminate Uncle John. Rita told me, well, right before we just really went prayer, Granny's, and here's how I'm in this video. Granny and everybody here basically knows Granny. She was the greatest family leader we ever had. So far. She was. She stopped at number one in everyone's hearts. Our grandkids rank her as the number one. And she's still. You miss Granny? You love Granny? You think Granny knew about this, Nora? Oh, God. Okay, so, you know, we know Granny's number one. We know Nora ain't going to be number one. Rita Kay, still in the lead. And that class, Group A of boomers, sold my Granny's house for cold hard cash. While I was homeless, you fell below Rita. Nora, I had nothing to be particularly proud of. We should be caring about Rita. We should be going to see Rita and just bringing pizza and flowers. And let me tell you, there was a girl in here at homeless shelter. We were doing security walking in here earlier today. I don't like this girl. This girl is like me. She's like, something traumatic has happened to her family. Family's collapsed. She ain't homeless because she can't get it together. She's got it together. She's got really beautiful hair. And she got flowers today. And she got a bag and she carried flowers. Go through security and metal detector. And the homeless shelter guy is like, I'm sorry, you can't have your flowers. Homeless people are not allowed to get flowers and go to the homeless shelter with the flowers that they got. Because they believe in their dreams and so much as someone else does too. And that's the kind of people, Elizabeth, that you're sitting on. And you gonna just, it's me, it's today. It's me right now, okay? 4th of July, it could be a CNN truck next to an MSNBC truck. What do? You work at the like tire, blue place, and you schedule appointments, okay? They could be coming in, being like, we need to talk to this mom. Or someone's supposed to be. We can talk to Elizabeth. We talked to Elizabeth and asked some questions about her sucking her thumb at Lowe's Foods in the 90s. Knowing absolutely, there was no telling her Alan Blount was not the best. Elizabeth, that precious memory. I remember that very well. It was not time you was in a bad mood, but you were like, my daddy is the best. You were screaming at the top of your lungs about how much Alan Blount was the best. We got to pray and hope that he is, but how can he be? He left your mom's shit on the porch after she got back from COVID off the ventilator. And then Ed O'Daniels built her house out of his own bare hands, like instantly. And has had zero contributions to caring about Nathan, like for a lifetime. So that ain't a good look, Ed. He's right up there with like the other four Acosta sons and the other two sons of my brother. Ed, you should be like, you're the closest blood relative, about the same age as me. We should be caring about each other. But like, I care about you. You don't care about me. The homeless. We got facts about your mom in this video. You care about Devin, Ed? O'Hare wants to see Ed care about Devin. I do. Okay, so my mom in 2023, at the end of it, I called her wanting to get Uncle Tim Blevins, another gay person in the family who's not homeless. His parents became missionaries. And it was closely like my mom's favorite cousin for a long time. I was calling my mom to get Tim's number, and she didn't want to give me Tim like a family's phone number. I'm the leader of the family, leading the flock. I'm leading like this. I'm the best though, the best one ever to graduate from Elon University and get there. My 3rd week homeless for the 2nd time at Elon University. Throw me out because my dad was Jeremy 6. So Elizabeth, maybe you should be writing a letter to Elon University and try to tell Connie Book. You're going to have to start listening to Nathan. Connie, it was bad. And I've been to Elon, hadn't you, Elizabeth? I was there at that private school being like, this is the best place for me to not be homeless anymore, because I was ghosted on at the Atlanta Greyhound station, trying to live a new life, going from my apartment to High Point with a friend I knew for 6 years. You are so shitty, Elizabeth, but like, look where you came from. But my mom, who to my knowledge just sleeps with other people she marries temporarily, except for Richard. We're hoping for the best, I guess. with that. But, you know, is it possible Rita slept with Alan? Yeah. We don't know. But I'm just saying, this thing with one of my other uncles and Nora happened. But my mom and I were praying, and she's like, the end of this video is, Granny's whole saying was, don't forget to pray. It's etched on her gravestone. It's the best thing David Blevins ever did in his entire lifetime, was pay someone else to etch that on her gravestone. And Nora, and CNN, everybody, New York Times reporters watching right now, Granny's gravestone is on the highest graveyard on the highest mountain in McDowell County, the poorest place in America, where Tom Acosta made me homeless from the first time I was doing a Christmas card. It's Tom Acosta's special bad bummer. Rita was like, Nathan, maybe Granny was saying that because of you. Don't forget to pray. She was saying this in this very cynical, mean, grouchy alligator, worn out, been to Saudi Arabia and like 85,000 other places, completely unnecessarily kind of way. Not willing to give me my Uncle Tam's or Cousin Tam's phone number. Hey, Tam, have you loving these facts? You're in this video. Why don't you care about Evan and Nora at the same time like you never have before? Right now. Magically. Boom. If you can. He's a bummer too. I thought that my mom could do better. I would hope that she could, but we did pray. I really would pray. But she was like, I think that Granny said don't forget to pray because of you, Nathan. And, you know, one way to look at it, maybe my mom is more like, I don't know, some new version of her. I see your point. Do you? Everybody don't forget to pray because Nathan is the best. And we aren't. We weren't yesterday. And we probably should be the best. One last thing, family leader having a magical solution to feel better. For Nora, we'll get to you. Elizabeth Marshall, I want to say how fast you can inform Chrissy White, the manager of operations at Dish Bluefield. She's the woman that said, if you need a hotel room for a month, I can make that happen, and never did. So me and 2 homeless U.S. veterans had to survive the winter with people like Josh Eaves. Because there's you, and there's Josh. I want to see how fast you can tell Chrissy White about it. She wants to get so excited and motivated to tell Mary Lewis, the most affluent woman in Welch, the woman who gave me $20 for the GoFundMe to go see my dad, find out he's a child molester. Like saving my life was ordering a pizza, and she's the woman that taught one line dancing class at the Jack Caffrey Arts and Cultural Center where Tom Acosta started indoors. Tom Acosta's delicate. Just start the mural he was paid for and never completed, and just became shittier after that. Sleeping with a 7-year-old boy. I want to see how fast Chrissy White and Mary Lewis can learn about the girl who got flowers and couldn't keep them because she's homeless. I want to see how fast she can do that. And all the people in Bramble, West Virginia that paid Tom Acosta for paintings not of anything other than their own homes after Tom Acosta made me homeless. I don't want that community consisting of Liz Marshall being a captain on this, and Chrissy White and Mary Lewis. You might as well try Cecil Patterson and Mayor Welch, Harold McBride. They're boomers that need to stay away from it no more the rest of their lifetimes. Just go ahead and say Nathan's right again. And I want to see as many people in Bramble who, as many clients of Tom Acosta at large. All of them. Their entire lifetimes. Every single one. As many as we get. That's a good group to start with. Kids start caring about the Raynell, West Virginia Run for the Wall Project as 500 veterans die every single day. That would be something we can be doing after we stop crying with knowing this video. There's another Devin, or was. One day Devin's gonna watch this video and people at millions. So we are going to just, know that already and be so inspired
Can you calm it down
and
a little
thankful
bit, buddy? Excuse me.
at the end.
Excuse me. Hey.
Nathan never forgot to pray.
Hey, bro. Can you calm the volume just a little bit lower?
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
I can't do video. She can't do flowers. We try to survive out here. All the time. So you've had enough time, Elizabeth, to stop crying already and start doing this. Nora. Keywords. Jumper jacks. Baggy clothes. Multitasking. That's a good outlook for you. But I want to take it one step further than that. I want the whole concept goal of this video is for Dr. Joe Biden, First Lady of the United States of America, to call Devin the man of my dreams and let him know I care. And if he needs help with anything, I believe he should get it. And maybe she will too.